Hello, everyone. Welcome to NASCAR Heat 2. My name is jfavignano, and I am very excited to get a first look at a early access version of this game for you. And let's jump right in and check out what is going on with NASCAR Heat 2 compared to NASCAR Heat Evolution that many of you have played in the past. So we are greeted with a brand new UI. This just looks absolutely fantastic. It's got the dirt and grit that the Monster Energy brings to this game. Or to the NASCAR series, actually. And I really like the splash screens in the background. Very, very, very cool addition there. We have quick race. We have split screen. Yes, split screen is a thing now. In the testing and the live streams I did down in Charlotte, really had a blast with that. I didn't think I would care that much about split screen racing, honestly, but it's very well done, and it was a ton of fun to play. Championship makes its way back. We can do an entire championship. Challenges are back as well. They're going to be more in depth this time around, and I am not able to show you any of the challenges today. That's something that we're steering clear of in this build. It's not finished. Career mode makes its way back into the NASCAR Heat game, and it is absolutely phenomenal. You start off in the trucks, and you work your way up to the Xfinity Series and onward and upwards to the Monster Energy Series. So that's going to be absolutely awesome. I'm going to do a separate series of just career stuff, but since this is a first look video, I want you guys to see what else there is in store. Multiplayer makes its return. This time around, cautions will be in the game, and also a lot of different features that just escape my mind at this moment. But if you want to race against AI, you can. So in the past game, you had to have a bunch of people join in, and then you could go out there and race. This time, you could have a couple people or your buddy jump into a multiplayer session, and you can fill the entire field out with AI. That is absolutely awesome. I've been looking forward to that for a very long time. The newsfeed's going to just show, all the information you need to know about updates and all that good stuff. It'll be available to you right there. My driver screen, this is a little bit different. You can not only make your own car, you can do a custom car. You can do a custom driver as well. That was in the last game with the career mode. You could just kind of change the guy's facial features. You can do that again. The profile icon, you can see right now I have Kurt Busch 41 at the top there. That's where you go for that. The store, that's pretty self-explanatory. That's for future iterations there. I am on the PC version, so I'm running at 60 frames per second. The consoles will be at 30 frames per second. Let's go to options and check out game settings. This is what I have set for right now for today's video. I've got AI factor set at custom. There's a huge myth out there that rubber banding's in the game. I talked with the devs, and they said no, it is not in the game at all at this time. And I don't know if they're going to bring it in, but I guess they had too many complaints about it last year, me included. With the career mode, I was kind of it was a little lackluster having the rubber banding AI, and this time you don't have to worry about it. So AI factors at custom difficulty at 100, and the reason why I'm setting them at 100 is because right here I'm going to be doing some quick qualifies. Quick qualify just means that I'm going to be out there doing one lap shootout. Try to get in front of the really slow guys in the back, because you still have that issue of having slow guys in the back, and then the better of the field in the front. That's how it should be. But 102 is a really good one to hang around if you want a good challenge. And it goes all the way up to 105. And 105, they're going to kick your ass. I can guarantee you they will. So we're going to keep them at 100 for today's video. Tire wear and fuel consumption's on 2 times normal, because I want you to see the tire wear that is involved. Flags are on all flags. Damage is on full damage. The damage has actually been increased quite a bit from the last game. So it's not as forgiving. Stability help. Here's the thing. So last year's game had a simulation mode, and everybody took that word simulation and made it to what it wasn't in that game. Keep in mind, this is a video game that is on the lines of its predecessors. NASCAR. What is it? The Inside Line. The AI titles, the Technics titles, and so on and so forth. So this is not an NR 2003 simulation or a iRacing simulation. Don't expect that from the game. That's not what this genre is. And even as an iRacer and as a sim racer, I have a lot of fun with this game. So if you just take that equation out of there, you'll get to see it for what it is. So stability help is turned off. If you turn it on, you're not going to get that twitching of the car. I'll show you that later on. But I'm really happy to see that gone completely with the stability help even turned on. But with it off, it doesn't feel like it's as light. It doesn't feel like it's skating. It feels a lot more planted to the track. We'll get to that. Transmission, I'm going to set that to manual because I want to control my gears. I'm just a stickler like that. So that's that. Controls. I'm going to leave everything right here in the middle. On a super speedway, I would recommend steering sensitivity turned down 2 notches. Physics effects are on. Draft effects were on last time, and they are back again. They rumble your controller when you're in the draft. I do like that a lot. I never really noticed it before, and somebody pointed that out to me on my live stream that I didn't realize that it was there. That is because I use a wheel normally. Screen, that's where you can adjust the screen. Sound, it has an awesome soundtrack this year, and I've been listening to a lot of it, and I love it. However, for YouTube, I can't play it. So sadly, that's not the case. We don't have Labani this year. We have Brett Griffin as our startup spotter here, and I'm excited to see that because that was the one I used in NASCAR Heat Evolution, and I really liked it. You don't have a separate slider for the spotter from the effects of the game. I'd like to see that, as an option to adjust his volume because sometimes he's too loud, sometimes he's too quiet. It depends on the track and the gear that you're in. Age verification, that's going to be where you're going to be able to go in there and turn on the alcoholic sponsors. This build does not have that, so we're not going to mess with it. Music credits, that makes perfect sense. And legal information if you want to know, because you would not believe just how much work goes into getting licensing and just dealing with the sponsorships in NASCAR to put them into a video game. And this year we have all 3 series. We have the Monster Energy series, we have the Xfinity series, and we have the Camping World Trucks, which is awesome. Let's go ahead and hit quick race, and I'll show you exactly what I was talking about. There's the Monster Energy series, Xfinity, or the Camping World series. Now, there's some new tracks that are coming out with this game. On the Camping World series, we're going to have the Canadian Tire. Xfinity has the Mid-Ohio track, and the trucks also have Eldora, and there's some other ones in there as well. Let's start off with the Monster Energy series, and here is my guy, Mr. Kurt Busch. I love the Stewart-Haas family. That's my favorite racing team. But I'm going to go through these with you. Let's start in the very beginning here with the A's, and let's go and see who we have here in the game, because this is a full roster game. It's not going to be those fake made up drivers filling the field. So that's really, really cool. We have AJ Allmendinger, we've got Eric Almirola, Trevor Bayne, Ryan Blaney, and you're noticing right here we have bonus content. Remember that from last year with the DLCs. You can change these right out of the gate. You're going to have quite a few of these that are going to come with multiple schemes. So I know people are going to be happy about that. Ryan Blaney, Clint Boyer, Chris Buescher, Kurt Busch, and I got 3 on this one. I've got the red, the green Haas CNC and the Monster version. Very cool. Kyle Busch. We've got Snickers there. We got Landon Castle. We've got Play It Safe. Derek Cope. That's your custom car. You can race your own custom car that you make in that previous screen like I showed you before. Matt DiBenedetto. We can go to Kappa, or we can do the EJ Wade. We've got Austin Dillon. Very cool stuff. We've got Ty Dillon here. We've got Jeffrey Earnhardt in the 33, which he had a pretty interesting looking paint scheme at Bristol. Dale Earnhardt Jr., good old Junior. You got the Exalted colors if you want them, and Nationwide is on your side. Chase Elliott with the Napa Know-How Auto Parts 24 or the Sun Energy 24. Very cool. Joey Gase. We've got him in this game with BK Racing. Good to see him. Denny Hamlin. You got the FedEx or the variant of the FedEx. I think it's one little small. Yeah, it's ground or express. That's the 2 different paints you get there. Kevin Harvick. Good old Stewart-Haas. We've got Mobile One if you want it. Or you got Freaky Fast Jimmy Johns. Timmy Hill in the 66. Great to see Timmy Hill in this game. In the 66 car as well. Jimmy Johnson, the juggernaut Jimmy Johnson. You can do the Lowe's black or the black one's the Cobalt car. Yeah, there's the Cobalt there. Or the Lowe's. Very cool. Eric Jones in the 77. You've got Sirius XM as an alternate scheme there. Casey Kane in the 5. You've got Liftmaster if you want to drive that. DJ Kennington, Matt Kenseth. Got the Tide Pods. Love that car. That looks so cool. Reminds me of Ricky Craven. Brad Keselowski. You've got the Auto Trader car. So if you can't, if you're under the age of 21, you're playing this game and you don't want to see the Brad K car, you can always drive the Auto Trader car, which I think looks amazing. Corey LaJoie. He's the other driver in BK Racing. And here he is in the 83. You've also got the JAS Expedited Trucking car as well. Kyle Larson. He's been on fire this year. Here he is right here in the 42. And he also has the Credit One Bank car as well. Very cool. Joey Logano. You've got your Pennzoil or your Shell. Michael McDowell in the K-Love 95. Jamie McMurray in the McDonald's 1. Or you can have the Cessna. I believe this is the Cessna one on the front. Pretty sure it's going to take a minute for it to get around to it. That's the McDonald's, and then that's the Cessna car. Okay, that makes more sense. Paul Menard of the 27, or you can do the Richmond water heaters. Very nice. The Cat car is back with Mr. Ryan Newman, and he's got the Granger car there. I believe that Granger paint is the scheme that he won his race last year, wasn't it? I believe so. Danica Patrick in the 10 Aspen Dental car. She's also got the Taxed Act number 10 as well. We've got the Good Sam 38. This is David Reagan. It's good to see this one as well. The Juice batteries. I remember this car and I was like, man, that thing looks absolutely awesome. Elliott Sadler is here with Tommy Baldwin Racing. Good to see Mr. Elliott Sadler. Reed Sorensen with Premium Motorsports. There you go. The unsponsored number 15. If you want to drive Reed, you can. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. with Roush Fenway Racing. We've got Sonny D. Oh, Sonny D and Rum. Fast and All as well. Daniel Suarez. We've got good old Joe Gibbs Racing there. That is the driver that took over the 19 of Carl Edwards. And we also have the Stanley Payne as well. We got Martin Truex Jr. in the Tracker Boats or the Denver Mattress, which looks so awesome with the matte black. I love it. It looks so good. Cody Ware, he's in here with the Pirates 51. Cole Witt. We've got AJ Allmendinger. Like I said earlier, I just wanted to show you the different bonus content paint jobs that we missed. We got Stofers or we got Clorox, Cheez-Its or Bush's Best. So that's what your options are. Smithfield. I think one has the Nathans in the back. That's yellow. So just some variations, as you can see, the old rear end on that too. Trevor Bayne and the Liberty National, as you can see right there. And I think that does it for everybody. We had the Haas car with Clint Boyer. That's the other one you can have. Bush's Best or Cottonelle for Chris Buescher. And back to Kurt Busch. So let's do Kurt Busch's 41 Haas CNC car. Now that you have seen everybody, and let's jump into a race. Let's do Martinsville, because last year, Martinsville was pretty tough with the physics. And this year, with the new physics, it is absolutely awesome. You're going to notice right off the bat, the graphics have improved tenfold. Maybe not tenfold, but quite a bit. And this is something new as well. Some drivers will be out hanging out next to their car on the pre-race. I really, really like that. But as you can see, Martinsville looks very nice. The anti-aliasing, still kind of an issue. Not terrible, because a lot of the other games, the older games, they would hide that with motion blur, and there's no motion blur in this game. Me personally, I like that. Let's go ahead and qualify and try to do our best. Here's the interior. Sounds still being worked on, being improved. Like I said, this is a early access version of the game. This is not the final product. Pick up that gas there. And yes, you can spin the car if you get on the gas too early. But you're going to notice right off the bat that it's not very squirrely. I'm using an Xbox One controller. I'm not using the wheel, because, like I said, it's not on this build as of right now. But look at that. Get back to the gas early. And if you were wondering, look at that. We qualified P35 right in front of DJ Kennington and those boys. All right, here we go. I am ready to go. Green flag is out. Now you can go ahead and toggle the rearview mirror with the Y key. Not key, but button on the controller. And you're gonna notice the car just gets a little light in the back whenever you get back to the gas too early there. A little bit of contact up there in front of us, so we're starting to see some smoke. The smoke's been worked on. The smoke isn't as bad as it used to be. It used to be a big smoke screen. It's a lot more toned down this year. Really, really like to see that. The sounds are not final. Remember, this is an early access game, or version that I'm playing here, so this is not the final product. Let's bring up our leaderboard, hit the A button. We've got lap info. We've got the leaderboard here, and we can see that we're working on Joey Gase here in his BK racing machine. And in front of him, you've got Reed Sorensen up there. They're racing together. The brakes this year are a lot better. Yes, you do have to brake in the corners a lot more than you did in the previous title. So I'm just easing into those brakes, and you'll notice the nose start to drift to the right when we do that. Get back to the gas early there. Ryan Blaney not having a really good run in the beginning of this race. Getting easy into the corner. There we go. Let the car roll in the center a little bit. That's not bad at all. Easy into those brakes, just like that. There we go. We can hit the B button, and we are greeted with the car status page. We've got estimated fuel, the condition of your engine, the oil temp. You can hit B again, and here's your tire status. You can see what is going on with the tires, physics side. All right, it says 30 laps to go. We're not going to be doing 30 laps here at Martinsville, but we're going to get some of it in here. All right, Reed Sorensen's all on the inside lane there. You ease into the brakes there, nice and smooth. Let it roll in the center. Get back to it. The AI are quite fun to race. They were last year and they are this year. So very, very nice to see the improvements. I just got into him and you'll see he just went for a nice ride, but it looks like he scooped it up. Sorry about that, David Reagan. I gave him the old bump and run. Earnhardt needs to get up there, man. He's in the back here. We got Landon Castle here in the 34 and P26 Racing Jr. And this is Chris Buescher here in the 37. Bring our leaderboard up. Race him for this position. And you'll notice he's giving us that room. If we can get our nose down there on the bottom lane, he's going to give it to us. Martinsville's all about the bottom lane here. You can't get anywhere on the outside. You can try, but you won't be very successful doing it. Joey Gase up there on the wall. That did not look good at all. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Let's get down here into turn number 3. Roll in the middle. Get to turn 4. There we go. Got a nice run. Get around. Might outbrake Earnhardt into this corner, but probably not going to happen yet. And you can see when they get that little bit of contact, that smoke starts pouring out of there. Not near as bad as the last game where it would just become a smoke screen on you. But as you can see, there's no motion blur in this game. Like I said, you know, a lot of the previous titles, they would use motion blur to hide their anti-aliasing and all that stuff. And I think if you had a little bit of that, you would see you'd see that anti-aliasing go away. But me personally, I don't care for that in games. I always turn motion blur off in all my games. And you're seeing we're getting murdered on the outside lane. But let's try to get a little aggressive here around Danica Patrick. I'll go to the outside view a little bit here. Sorry, Danica. 3 wide, getting into turn 1 and 2. Do some outside view so you can see how the car behaves. Remember, this is assists turn off, and you're noticing how the car behaves. It feels a lot more heavy this year, more planted to the ground. Yep, got into the brakes there, and you notice the nose just kind of slid sideways on me. All right, race him off the corner. Easing those brakes. I'm gonna get into the gas early. There we go, got a nice run. Back to this inside view. And Martinsville's all about your rhythm, man. You just listen to that engine. You listen to the RPM you're at, and you'll know where your braking zone is every time. Yeah, that was my fault. I got into him a little bit there.
All clear, all clear.
Ooh, nice. Got a good run on him there.
Hold steady wheel.
Yeah, hold steady wheel. We'll do that.
Outside clear. Clear low.
oh, clear low. Into the brakes. Racing the hell out of Elliott here. Chase Elliott. I really like the, when I use a controller, I really like the hood cam. That's my favorite. Now, you can't look behind you, you know, with the flick of a stick or anything or a button. I would like to see that added. Maybe be nice to look behind you. There's no 360 cam. But if you play split screen, local split screen, you can use a Y button to look behind you. And they were toying with putting that into the final game. I think they should put that in the final game. I think it would be a very welcome feature. The track map thing, I don't really care about. A lot of people want a track map because they want to see when the leader's on pit road. And your spotter's going to let you know that information anyway. So to me, I would turn that off. In previous NASCAR games, I would turn all that stuff off. I didn't think it made or broke a game for me. Jimmy McMurray giving us that room. See, I love how the AI races you. They're like, all right, you're faster than me. I'm not going to chop your nose. There we go. How many laps to go? How much time flies when you're having fun, let me tell you. Maybe we should finish this race out. You'll notice, look at how everybody is spread out across the track, as they should. You know, you're not going to be in a tight, bunched up group the entire time you're under racing conditions. And this shows that quite well. So we don't need to pit, but let's show you what it's like to pit. Let's go ahead and get onto pit road here. Downshifting, slowing down to 30. 2 cans of fuel, tires, 4 tires, fire tires. Yeah, that's what I want. 4 tires. I'm gonna repair that damage if I had any. Tape, 30% wedge, all this stuff. You can adjust all this. And most people ask, why can't you pick your pit stall, you know? Because if you or it randomized it. If your pit stall was way in the back, you would never get to choose any of this stuff unless you had to do it while you were driving. But you can see how distracting that would be with this in the middle of the screen while you're trying to get around the track. So that's kind of different. And the Haas boys about to go to work. Yeah, a little bit of damage there on the right front. The nose, you see it's crinkled. They're going to work on the right side. Pit stops at 8 seconds. Come on, boys. Let's get it a good, like, 11.7 here. Terrible stop. Terrible stop. I'd like to see the pit stop times improved quite a bit, too. Because, assessing a penalty. That's why. Okay, we did something wrong there. We were probably sped on pit road, and there's the official saying, nope. Nope, not good enough. Well, that's not the official, but that's one of our crew guys. All right, let's go ahead and back out of this. You can see how fast everything loads. The thing about the Unity engine is it's lightning quick, so that's pretty cool. I do want to show you the new drafting effects in this game. Let's go ahead and jump into Talladega. We're gonna do the Geico 500, and we're going to get out here and do some plate racing. The plate racing, the drafting. So you have bump drafting now. That actually works. You have side drafting as well. And this is a good example here of the different screens. So you see the different digital dash displays in front of us. It goes off of what the actual teams use. So Kurt Busch's car was using the old round style dials. And here with Eric Jones and the Toyotas, we've got this nice, increased arc, which looks awesome. And then there's another one as well. So let's go ahead and qualify. We want to try to get the most we can out of this thing. Look at that, burning the tires there. I love that. I'll show that to you again. So you see how the car behaves when you do that. Getting it up to speed right now. There's the bug. So what am I talking about, right, with the bug? With this build right now, don't pay attention to it. It's been brought up to their attention, and they're working on it. The FOV of the inside view, and here, you'll notice it's very low, like the steering wheel's sticking up there. It'll fix itself after a while. I don't know why it does it, but that's a bug, so don't worry about that. We're gonna be in the middle of the track here. On a play track, you wanna wind the car up on the top lane. I'm not gonna go to the very top because I don't want to destroy the car. But we'll do our best here. Getting ready to come to the line here. Down to the tri-oval we go. All the speed we can. Up to speed, 195 miles per hour. Let's get everything we can out of this 5-hour energy Toyota. Get down to the line. Full speed. 191. We're not in the draft. You know, we're on that restricted speed with the restricted plate. 196, 197. Man, this thing's got a little speed in it. Got a little bit of speed in it there. Back to the bottom. Come on, search for that bottom. Be a little late getting to the yellow. But as long as we don't screw this up too bad, we might be all right. I'm not going to hit the apron on the tri-oval. You can try to do that to get some more speed out of it, but it'll probably upset the car too much, so I'm not going to worry about that. There we go. And this is our one and only final qualify lap. Oh, one to go. Okay. It's 2 laps. That was my fault. So we probably screwed ourselves on that a little bit, I would say. Did it fix it yet? Nope, still the same. I've noticed that if you go in and out of a session, it'll reset that, so there's something small there causing that issue. But like I said, there's gonna be some bugs in the game, as this is a early access version. And I really have to thank 704 Games for inviting me down to Charlotte to check out this game. I've been very, very pumped for it. All right, here we go. And to the line, even though we blipped it last time. 40th. Dead ass last after all of that work. Okay, well, good to know. Let's start the race. All right, check those belts. Second gear had to be on it. Be ready to go. A little bump there to Earnhardt. I'm just listening to their engines and I'm gonna go off of them there, you know? Let's get that open so we can see our guy on the bottom there. One of my only complaints is I would love to hear that spotter chat to me more. Tell me more about what those guys are doing in their cars. My controller is vibrating. That means I've got the draft. Who do we want to go with, though? I'm going to open up my leaderboard so you can see who's where. And we're going to give a bump to Earnhardt. We're going to race with him a little bit here. Car is swimming around a little bit. Another bump there to the 33. And you're going to notice we're going to start pushing this line forward when we do this. There we go. Keep the bottom lane going. One thing I would like to see is temperatures. Oil temp, water temp. I'd like to see that increase if you're, if you're pushing on the back bumper this close for this long. I would like to see that affect the car. All right, let's try some side drafting. Let's get on the 33 here. The side draft, you want to get up right on their rear spoiler there and drag them back. Get on next to them like that and then get away. There we go, like that. That's what you want to do. And how it works is that when you get on the side of a car, it drags them back. You don't gain any airspeed. I'm sitting here looking at Beechcraft thinking of aviation. You don't gain any speed out of it. It just drags the car next to you back. But it's kind of hard to show right now because the car in front of us, we're getting that draft off of him and we're getting the suction, so we're getting increased speed when we're side drafting right now. So if you're with just one car by yourself and you have nobody to suck up to, you shouldn't have that problem. As you can see right there, we got way out of the draft and we're losing it when I did that. Try to get back in the draft there. Timmy Hill on the outside of us. Casey Kane in lane number 2 up here. Gonna get to the inside of him. Get back here with David Reagan on 38. Nice shot to the back end of David Reagan. Inside of Chris Buescher there. We're gonna be 3 wide coming off of the turn. Gonna get that draft from Chase Elliott, the 24. Denny Hamlin moving down. All the way to the bottom. Oh, I stuck my nose in there on Denny. We're trying to get to the front though. Clint Boyer has no help. Let's try to go with him. Gonna put Chase Elliott 3 wide there. A shot to the 14. Look at the speeds increasing right there as we push. Kyle Busch is going to go to the top. We're going to stay with Clint here. We give him another shot here. Once we do that, watch our speed increase. And if you, depending on how hard you bump them, it'll really push them out there in front of you, which is really cool. So the plate racing's been increased quite a bit in the game. As you can see right there, see the The bug there is gone now. Oh, we're gonna get the run on the 18. Come on down here, Kyle Busch. And now that we can see over the steering wheel, see what I was talking about earlier? Go up here on the 18. I've been practicing with a controller, man. I'm good with the wheel, but when it comes to controller driving, I'm terrible. So I've been really practicing on getting better at that for everybody that watches these videos. All right. Come on, Matt Kenseth. Stay on the bottom. I'm going to give Kenseth a really good shot here. Watch him get rocketed forward here when I do that. Look at that. That wasn't too much of a rocket on that one. We're just tearing up the nose of our car. You see how sensitive the car is. But we have been giving them a pretty hard bump on that push. Okay. Staying with Kenseth here in the middle lane. Kyle Busch is right up there. Oh, here it is. Here it is, everybody. The 77's around. I have no control of the car right now. Lock it down. Oh, it almost lifted up on the ground. Huge crash. Huge crash. Caution is out. The back end is absolutely destroyed on our 5-hour energy Toyota. Danica Patrick involved, and the caution flies. Let's go ahead and pit. We'll do 2 cans of fuel, 4 tires. Yeah, we want to do everything like we want to there, except that, and we'll hit A to advance to the green flag. They couldn't do a lot with the damage on the rear of the car, so hopefully we'll be able to do something here. All ready to go. And the green flag flies once again at Talladega. 5 laps to go. Let's get the best finish we can out of this. A nice push there to Elliott Sadler in the 7. Danica Patrick's car is absolutely destroyed. And you notice whenever my car went sideways, it didn't do the. You can do blowovers, but they're not as frequent as they were in the last game. It just kind of realistically kind of came up off the ground there a little bit, but didn't do a whole lot after that. All right, we're gonna be pushing on Elliott Sadler a lot here. The bottom lane's got the most cars. It's the fastest line right now, but Danica Patrick somehow making some gains there on the outside lane. Maybe we're gonna try that. Let's go with the 10 car. She's got the damage on the front of her car the same as we have on ours. Maybe that'll help us out. I'm gonna give the 10 car a shot here. Coming to the bumper, boom. Nice hit. You can see she's got all that speed on the top. But now we're racing that bottom lane again. Oh, little contact there with Elliott Sadler. All right, Chase Elliott gonna do a side draft on us. I'm gonna side draft him. Oh, that's contact. That's not side drafting, Jeff. Didn't work too well for us there. Back to Danica's bumper. A nice shot on her there. Chase Elliott got into us. Okay. Well, I came down on him. That's my controller driving though. So that's my fault. All right, we'll exit that out. You can see the difference there in the drafting physics. They're a lot better this time around. So that's going to do it for the very first look of NASCAR Heat 2. Next time, we're going to check out the Xfinity series. We're going to check out the Truck series. We've got a ton of stuff to go through with this game, as well as do a career mode alongside. So I'm very, very, very excited to bring this game to the channel. I didn't keep a NASCAR title on my channel for a while, probably since the NASCAR 15. I did a series in that, and I did some Heat Evolution videos as well, but my iRacing schedule last year just took over all my racing time to play Heat Evolution on the channel, so that is the reason for that. But a fresh new look, a fresh new feel. I am very excited to see where this game goes from here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.